What do you see equipment-wise? What is the name of that amazing flywheel fucking thing you have?
Oh, Kratos. It's
Yeah,
right there.
that guy right there.
Kabuki.
So I look at that, and we already messed around with the tonal, like diagonal plane movements, non-existent for the most part outside of cross. There's some things, right? As you see the gym today, I have a big belief that things are going to consolidate and get more streamlined and tighter and smaller and more compact and things like that. That's just my random belief. What tools would you love to see the Rogues of the world, the Precors of the world make more commercially available for the average micro gym or something like that? Like things that you're messing with now that you didn't when you were deep into sauce.
Well, ultimately, we're looking at which tools I want to reach for, right? And I'll run everything through this filter. How many athletes am I dealing with? 3, 5? That's a very different thing than I've got 30 kids coming in for their high school PE. We ran high school PE for a local high school, right? Can you imagine that your high school PE is coming to my gym 3 to 5 times a week? Can you imagine that? Like, I'm like,
your insurance premium. Everyone just testing your liability insurance.
I was like, screw you little kids. Like,
yeah.
You got world-class coaching for PE. That's not fair. What I'll say is I ran everything through the filter. Does this scale across cohorts? Do I, like, Tendo unit? It would be great to measure power. I need 40 of them, I'm out, right?
Sure.
So suddenly what we saw was that, man, with this small pieces of equipment, we had so much access. Now, one of the things that's happened in the gym, which really sort of gets under my skin a little bit, is we don't need to train every ray, every vector, and every exposure in the gym. That was what sport was supposed to do, and we forgot what we were training for. And in fact, in Fitness 100 Words or Less, it's like, go learn to play a new sport. When's the last time you learned a new sport? When's the last time you played a sport? How many sports did you do this week? And the answer is very few. You did CrossFit. And there's a time when you're in business, when you have a newborn baby, you get it to the gym, there's no time for sport. There's like, I'm just keeping myself alive. But the second you can go spend some of those credits, you need to go spend your fitness credits. Go test yourself. Go do a sport. So yes, there's not a lot of transverse movement in the gym, but we do have medicine balls, so we can throw medicine balls, right? So we're just not throwing medicine balls. How do we scale that? How do we advance it? Do I need to get everyone cutting laterally? One of the things at our old gym outdoor, we did so many drags on the sleds in so many different ways, crossovers. So I got all this crossover movement, right? This Kratos is amazing because it allows us to spin, twist, do that. I think you're going to see more of these flywheel attachments. I think Garage Gym Reviews has a machine that's bolts to roll.
Like go into this stuff, yeah.
And then you can just rotate a little bit, right? Yeah. So some of this is figuring out how much exposure do I need and how much training do I need? Because I would get everyone into a lunge and start throwing medicine balls as part of our warm-ups. But also, are we talking about keeping people fit and healthy versus preparing people for sport? How much, it's easy to do a Cossack squat. Is that enough? So I think the programming is there. I think this old, we go up and straight up and down all the time, I think it's kind of a specious argument.